Lucky Boys Podcast.
I consider myself a very average Asian dude. I never got told by any casting agent yo, you should act.
You got the look.
I never heard that in my life.
You got the look. That's the first time he's heard that. You got the look.
Yeah, I mean,
no, you do. You would fit a lot of roles, man. Your look,
anime
your
roles.
Look, bro.
Are they doing a Krillin series? Let me do co-op for Krillin. But I'm just saying.
Wow.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, basically, what I'm saying for average Asian guys. Basically, you guys know how graduated tax brackets work, right? You know how billionaires don't pay any tax.
Yep.
This is my formula, and I'll leave you guys with this because I think that this is actually a really great way to understand it. And I think this is why there's so many angry guys on the internet that are regular Asian guys. Basically, it's like this. You guys know how graduated tax brackets work, right? The more money you make, the less percentage of your income that you pay, right? The less fractionation there is. You know what I mean? The percent is lower. That's why they always say the middle class gets squeezed, right? Because they're getting taxed. If you make $100K, you get taxed 30%. But if you make $1 billion, you don't get taxed 300 million, right? But I'm saying that basically for Asian dudes, the way it works is I think once you get beyond an 8 in the Asian world, life gets real easy because your tax brackets, the graduated taxing.
Are you referencing a look?
Yeah, I'm referencing look.
So basically, once an Asian male, once or female, doesn't
Asian
matter.
Asian
male is physically
reaches that 8 level,
and there's 2 rankings. There's 2.
And it's easier for them for what? Just
life.
All of life.
Life is easy. Social life is easy.
But that's in general.
Obviously, it's not going to help them figure out real estate if they just don't know what the hell they're doing. Right. At the end of the day, knowledge is still knowledge. Right. But I'm saying that basically the world is going to come to them. So I'm saying that opportunities when you're an average Asian dude, opportunities either are far away from you and you have to shoot towards them and do the work to dig towards them. And sometimes even there might be a repellent where the opportunity is slowly kind of moving away from you. And you really got to be determined to grab that. Once you hit an 8 on a look scale, opportunities start magnetizing towards you. Now, obviously, you still got to be smart, make use of those opportunities, do the work, do your due diligence.
But you got a little bit of a head start.
But the things are moving towards you slowly. The orbs of life, the ops.
There's an attraction towards
that. You got the booster pack.
You got some gravity.
You got some gravity. So basically what I'm saying is what I've been seeing from a lot of average Asian dudes is they give up because they feel like no matter what they do, they're never going to hit the graduated tax brackets. Like I said, the more numbers you go up, the tax on you gets lower for being an Asian.
Do you think there's opportunity for
the average Asian?
A 5?
Yeah.
All right. There's not an opportunity for an average Asian guy
to get out of that. To get out of that feeling.
Who's a 5?
That tax bracket.
Two. There's not an opportunity unless they. That's why they should direct. There's a reason why Bong Joon-ho looks like that. And he directs the movies, and he's not,
so dope. I saw Parasite.
But do you see what I'm saying?
That
but here's
so
the problem:
dope.
that unless we educate people on the way the tax brackets work early, you're gonna get a lot of dudes who are 5, 6, maybe even a 7, 7.5. They just short of that, that elevated tax bracket with the lower percentage, that are gonna keep going for in front of camera roles. That is essentially it's never really gonna work. Do you see what I'm saying? If you don't hit the 8. Is so hard, don't even try to do it. But I'm saying that because when I go to these colleges, sometimes some kid will come up to me, doesn't have the cards to do something, and they're like, yo, should I pursue it? Now, the Reading Rainbow answer is you can do anything if you work hard.
I was actually on Reading Rainbow.
Now you know, right? That's the PC answer. But the real industry answer, taking into consideration dynamics and success rates and statistics and just the way that system works, is that, man, you probably should work on doing something behind the scenes or blah, 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 or not try to be a superstar. Or if you're going to be a superstar in the way Elon Musk is a superstar, by inventing shit. Do you see what I'm saying?
Or I would tell him, I would be like, yo, I hope you're hella funny.
Yo, I see what you're saying. And what I would say to those people is to just Jeremy Lin the shit out of it, man. Because how many people's talking to Jeremy Lin? He doesn't have the right attributes. He's not big enough. He's not.
He did
California player of the year though.
He got the height. With the ball, without the ball, I'm sorry. He tied John Wall's combine score.
Yeah. To be a star, he's deceptively quick. I mean, what kind of bullshit was that? And I even had a conversation. Rest in peace with David Stern. He was there. He did a speaking engagement, and we were at a party, a cocktail party, and then I spoke with David Stern, and then we talked about Jeremy Lin, and he says, he definitely was slept on because he was Chinese, because of the way he looks.
People couldn't believe what they were seeing.
Yeah, they couldn't believe it, and even when he was doing what he was doing, he told me that people still was in disbelief. They say he didn't deserve all those accolades. He didn't deserve all that time on SportsCenter or ESPN. And the only reason he's getting all this airtime is because he's Chinese. If he was not Chinese, he was white, black, whatever, people would just ignore him. But people are forgetting he was breaking records. I think that's first 6 game stretch. No one, I mean, he's done things that people can only wish they've done for the New York market too. I mean, that's incredible. I love that story. And you know, David Stern himself said it was like just incredible what he did.
I guess for me, what I'm trying to say though is like Andrew, what do you think? For the average Asian guy,
because
we don't feel like we're seeing this Hollywood boom. Like it's not trickling to the average Asian guy, right?
Like I said, I don't think it's really going to have as much as of impact to us, our generation now, but the next generation, I think, I have faith and I hope that because of globalization, they'll feel it. Because enough people will care only because of the finances. The decision makers up there will go, we need those people for money.
I think that for regular Asian dudes, there are so many opportunities out there, but and this goes for everybody who is not born with the top tools, where it's like there's opportunities out there, but they might not be the one that you always wanted. Right, like let's say like a guy who kind of ranks at a very mainstream 6, right, is like, yo, I'm trying to be like the next heartthrob. I'm like, okay, listen, listen, I'm not here to kill your dreams, but I'm just be like, realistic. Yo, if you do want to do something else, there's totally a better opportunity there. You can try that, but we need regular people to join the fight, is what I mean. In some way, they don't all have to try to be heartthrobs and pop stars and the man, but I'm saying everybody needs to join in, because that's going to get everybody involved, and then our community is going to value this more, and then we're all going to become more successful, and our image is going to rise. And
people are forgetting, like, it's not just sexy, like physically. When people will look at you like you're an 8 if you have power, if you're charismatic,
you're funny,
the average fucking if you do the average, if you go maybe you're a 6 or a 7, but your charisma is a 12. You know, your power level, you know, it's
like Kevin Hart.
And I do think that other people understand that maybe from other cultures. Like if you talk to like I have a lot of black friends, right? They always be like, yo, I always knew I was ugly, so I had to get my funny game. You know, like I had to be funny because I knew I was ugly. You just hear them say that in an interview. You hear them say that at the barbershop. You hear that just say that to your face. You ever seen an Asian guy be that lucid with his understanding of how to play the game? No Asian guy's gonna
Notorious B.I.G. was the best at it.
Exactly. You know what
he was super ugly.
You know what it is?
He said it in his song.
You have to understand, because the pressure from the pressure from the Asian culture is to be like, oh my gosh, I'm ugly. That's a death sentence. I'm like, it's not. You just gotta play it differently.
Yeah.
It's not. On your other but why do we have to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm fat, I'm ugly, like my life's over? I'm like, no, well, if you think like that, it is over.
But you know why they do think that way is because that's the culture.
That's the culture. The Asian culture. But we're saying the Asian community needs to value all people and see all talent, because if we only keep looking at the tall, good-looking dudes and look at them like they're the only ones who can lead the way, then we're working with a very small group. I do think those tall guys, like I always say, I call them out. I said, y'all need to be the bridge and reach outside of the community. Those are the people who need to do the outreach and like go out to the front lines. They need to go bring the tanks to the front line and
because they already got the upgraded equipment.
Because y'all already cool in this world.
But what I see a lot of tall, good looking,
like reach out and grab.
But you know, even in Chinatown, I see it all the time. Let alone Asia, I see a lot of tall, good looking dudes that Aussie even come from a little bit of money. They pretty much put their life on cruise control and only stay in the Asian world. And they don't even reach out. So pretty much it's like, because they're like, oh yeah, I could get all this attention. My genetics rank above all these people in our world. So I'm going to just stay in the bubble and get all this shine. And I'm just like, bro. And I'm like, obviously that doesn't move the tribe forward in terms of interfacing with other groups.
And you're still living in a box.
And it throws there's an imbalance.
And when you hang out with people from so many other cultures, it enriches you. It helps you think bigger than just this little box that you're in. You know, and you get influence, you get a taste of their food, their culture.